We watched Django Unchained, which is directed by Quentin Tarantino, starring Jamie Foxx, Christopher Waltz, Leonardo DiCaprio, and was released on December 25th.
So, no spoilers. Django Unchained is the story of Django played by Jamie Foxx, trying to reconnect with his wife.
Okay, yeah, right off the bat, I love this movie. This is one of the best movies I've seen all year in theaters.
I thought it was a lot of fun as well.
Yeah.
It was a very good movie. Quentin Tarantino did some good work here.
It's so stylized, and I think the reason that people can be so polarized about this film is the fact that when you have a movie that's such a particular style, which this is, it tends to split audiences quite a bit. So you can have some people that just don't like this movie, and I can see why they wouldn't. But I was one of the many that loved it. A lot of gore. I mean, like I said, it's stylized just like the rest of the movie, so it's not really that disturbing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's funny almost. It's almost comedic.
They made it entertaining in a way that it's, shallow to a point that's absurd if you think about it, like 2 feet deep, but
I guess
it's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the action, though. But the action, I think, is kind of given a backbone by the character development and the way Django's arc is in the film, like the way he progresses as a character, just starting out as a slave and then developing into something more. I think it made the payoff that much better because you saw him, go through that. And that's just good writing right there. I mean, they just did that perfectly.
That sort of arc he goes through, all these progressions of his character, I think, are the main thing that really keep you interested and focused throughout the whole movie. Because the whole movie, you're looking at where he's been and where he's going to go and the changes he's going through. So, like, other movies can kind of stall out, but this one keeps you watching.
Yeah, exactly. Because he is progressively changing to the very end, really. I was, empathetic with what was going on with him as a character.
Cause.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the movie was sort of designed so that really everybody could.
Everyone who died deserved it.
Everyone's rooting for the protagonist. Everyone he's against needs to die. Yeah. They have it coming, and like the movie sort of like. I know there's one scene in particular, I don't want to spoil anything, where it sort of brings that into question, like, oh, is he really doing the right thing? But then it just sort of forgets about it as quickly as it comes up.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's not really the focus of the movie.
Exactly.
And then you forget about it real quick, because they paint some ugly characters, and they make them die in some ugly ways.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Leonardo DiCaprio is fucking great in this film. I mean, he's a total asshole. But he's so, as an acting job, it was wonderful. It was funny because when he came on screen, I was like, wow, he's showing up pretty late in the movie. And then by the time the movie ended, I was like, holy shit, he was actually still in there for like an hour and a half. This movie's fucking long. But I think all the praise in the world has to go to Christopher Waltz, who played Dr. King Schultz, a German dentist turned, well, not going to reveal it, but...
He quickly becomes...
a friend.
Django's friend.
Yeah.
Before they get up to, shenanigans of various sorts.
Yeah.
One sort, really, but...
Yeah, killing white people.
Yeah, a lot of them.
Slave owners, more specifically. There's some great cameos, and as well as some just hilarious scenes. This movie's really funny.
Excellent comic relief, I think.
It has that dark humor that just makes you laugh out loud, for sure, consistently.
It's not trying to be too serious so that you're not sort of like, laughing at it like a normal summer action movie.
And then when it does those outrageous action scenes, like you said, that are pretty shallow in a sense, it knows what it's doing. It just makes it fun. Although it's gory as all hell, so...
Yeah.
Now that we're wrapping up, though, if I have to nitpick, I'm gonna say that some of the songs, I was like... Most of the soundtrack is wonderful, as it is with most Quentin Tarantino films, but some of the songs I was a little thrown off by, and I didn't enjoy. Like, I understand it was just trying to be funny, but to me it just didn't fit, and it threw it off. So...
Just to provide a counter opinion, I'm not saying that all the songs were appropriate. However, I would like to add that this is one of the few times where a song played as a part of the soundtrack has gotten applause from the audience.
Which one?
The Ricky Ross.
That got applause?
I think so. I think people were like, yeah, like you could tell they were excited.
I understand it's humorous, but I just didn't like it. It didn't fit to me at all. I was trying to be a little immersed in that world, you know? And when you play some like modern day hip hop song, it took me out of it because it just didn't come off to me as that kind of movie, even though it is kind of goofy and unexpected.
I'd say my main complaint is some of the unexplained, let's say, motivations of the characters. Yeah. Like, who's this guy? Yeah. Why is he doing this? Like, they just sort of like...
There are a few plot holes.
They overlook a few aspects of the movie so that you could get on with it. And if you are able to ignore little things like that, then you could have a lot of fun watching the movie.
Okay. Yeah. Rating.
Whatever. I'm going to say 8.5 out of 10. Not because this movie was especially brilliant, but because unlike so many other movies which are just trying to entertain you, this one really hit it home. So I'd say it's a good time. 8.5.
I'm at actually like a 9.7. To me it is a future classic, and Tarantino has done it again. I mean, I don't like all of his films, but most of them I do, and this one does not disappoint. This is a wonderfully enjoyable film. And on my last review, like I said, a movie should never feel like you are being dragged along with it. And there's some scenes you're like, come on, get on with this. I didn't get the sense with that at all in this film. It's entertaining from beginning to end.